Good morning, Poet fans. Welcome to WCPoets.com and another edition of our Alumni Feature Friday segment here, brought to you by the Whittier College Sports Network. I'm Lance Fernie, Associate Athletic Director for Communications, and for today's feature, we have former tennis player Liliana Serylo from Oceanside, California. Lily, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, it's great to see you. It's been so long since you've graduated, but how has quarantine been for you?
Quarantine hasn't been that bad. I work for an essential company, so I've been going into office pretty much since COVID happened. So pretty usual stuff, minus the going out and having fun part, but work's work.
Are you in touch with some of your former teammates?
Yeah, I keep in touch with a few of them, actually. Pretty much talk to Megan, one of my old doubles partners, pretty much every day, and then the other team mates every once in a while just to catch up and say hello. So it's been great.
Mm-hmm. And are you still playing tennis at all? Are you missing it?
I'm not playing tennis. I haven't touched a racket in about a year and a half, but I definitely miss playing tennis, and I hope to get out there soon to hit some balls.
Of course. You graduated back in 2014. Take me through what you've been doing.
Since 2014, I ended up moving to Oregon, getting a job in an exporting company there, and really liked it, but Oregon wasn't really for me, so I ended up moving back to California 2 years ago. Now I work for a LNG, basically a gas company in Newport, so I handle all the logistics, and then I recently decided that I wanted to get my master's degree, so I'm currently enrolled at USD, and I graduate in May of this year.
Okay, and what are you getting your master's in?
Supply chain management.
Okay. Wow. And now, is this something that you wanted to do when you were here at Whittier?
No, definitely not. I believe when I went to Whittier, I wanted to be either an AID or sports marketing, something in the realm of tennis or sports, pretty much.
I do know you have been traveling a lot, though, since you graduated. And so kind of what different places have you been to? Is there one specific place that you enjoyed more than the others?
Let's see. Since I graduated, I think I've been to like 22 countries. I think my favorite by far would have to be Turkey, actually. I went there for Thanksgiving last year. It was an amazing experience. The people are incredible. The culture is vibrant. It's probably one of the few places that I'll actually go back to after traveling there.
And what kind of got you started into all this traveling? I do know you went down to Argentina all the time to play. You traveled over to Hawaii as well. You've been to a number of places, but why after college? You just want to travel for like a year and take time off?
I ended up doing a backpacking trip after I graduated, and it was 4 months doing Europe. Then I ended up in Argentina just because my mom's family lives there. And I really just enjoy learning about new cultures, seeing new things. The more it's knowledge, the more you know, the better your ideas and more open you can be. I find traveling one of the most relaxing and pretty much it's a goal of mine to like go to as many countries as I possibly can before my life's over. So
yeah. Now, did you study abroad while you were at Whittier?
No, unfortunately, I didn't have the opportunity to do it.
Okay. Hey, but you definitely made up for it after college.
So. Oh yeah, 100%.
Now let's talk about your experience attending Whittier College. How was it being a student athlete for you?
It was great. Honestly, I loved getting up every day, even those 2 days where you're waking up at 6 a.m. for practice. It was enjoyable. Like, it was the reason I went to college. So yes, to get an education, but it was also to play for a college team. I spent 10 years of my life practicing and training all for that moment to get into college and actually play competitively in a college sense.
And, what did you really like about Whittier College, and that pretty much led to you choosing to attend the institution?
I love that it was a small school. I was homeschooled, so having a small school would be beneficial for me. Also, I really had a great recruiter. Met this guy named Lance Fernie. He definitely talked up the program a lot and made the school really, really promising. So that also helped.
Yeah, no, it's definitely knowing you for a very long time and being able to have you come into play, it definitely, you're used to that big time training down in San Diego, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. But Like you talked about, the small classrooms, the intimate setting with the professors, you get that one-on-one, experience with them, which is really cool. And they really care about that education that you have,
Exactly.
which is really nice. But,
Mhm.
when you came in as a freshman, after competing and training in the elite high performance academies at the Barnes Tennis Center down in San Diego, that's where we met. That's where I was teaching at the time, and that's where we were able to pull you in to Whittier. But you came in, you made an immediate impact when you stepped foot on campus. You were named second team All SCIAC as a freshman. You went 6-10, 4-6 in conference and singles, went 8-8, 5-5 in doubles with Adrian Hamada. That same year, you played number one singles, number one doubles. You beat two first team All SCIAC performers in Oxy's Sabaya and Caltech's Rebecca Kiddo, and you helped lead the women's team to a 6-4 mark in conference play, which is pretty much the best mark that we've had in the program's history in conference play. What do you credit this success to?
I believe the success goes to a lot of people, not only from my training before I went to college, but the training while I was in college. So Bojal had helped out a lot. I know you spent numerous hours with me on the court, my teammates going out, coming out after practice, before practice to hit extra, off training, the staff at Whittier for the gyms, for training and physical being. There's a lot of people and components that made me get to where I was, and I'm very thankful for everyone that was involved in making me a great player.
Now, do you ever reminisce and look back at some of these stats that you had, the records that you hold, and some of the people that you beat during your time here at Whittier?
Yeah, definitely. For sure. Rebecca Kiddo, for sure, was a big one for me. Also, Sabia Krishneva from Oxy, that was a big one.
Yep.
There are actually a few others, like Pomona Pitzer beating Arthi, who also made first team. So a lot of memories, definitely fond memories for sure.
Of course. And you pretty much kind of helped revitalize this program, that kind of helped spark and lead to some very strong women's players that we've had here in the program. And you pretty much jump-started that, which was really exciting. But then we go into your sophomore year, you face some tough competition again, and SCIAC is probably one of the toughest Division III conferences in the country. So you're playing the best of the best in the whole country day in and day out. And, you posted 7 wins in singles and you win 11-9 in doubles your sophomore year. You still landed on the second team for All SCIAC. And then for your junior and senior years, you were a part of a couple programs that will go down as some of the best in program history. What was it like competing within the SCIAC for you and being a part of these teams here at Whittier that were so strong?
I love SCIAC, honestly. I enjoyed playing against all the teams. It was always a great opportunity to play against amazing players. A lot of people say, "Oh, D3 is not that great," but there's so much talent here in SCIAC. It's incredible. Redlands, Laverne, CMS, Pomona Pitzer. Just having the opportunity to play against those teams and even beating some of those players, it really just elevates your career basically, or your college career.
Of course. And so you've had a great, team camaraderie, team culture when you were playing here. You've had Adrian Hamada, you had Megan Zamilpa, you had Bené Weintraub, Lauren Gelger, Katie Oliver. I mean, just to name a few of them. But, how close were these teams that you were on?
Oh, we were together all the time. I mean, the tennis team, we stuck together. We were always lunches, classes, off-campus fun, like going to the beach, going to Knott's Berry Farm. We were always together. Disneyland, like the team. One of the best parts about playing at Whittier and being on the tennis team was everyone else. Everyone else around you wanted the same goal, which is to be number one in SCIAC, and we all enjoyed each other's company to the point where we hung out together all the time, and it was just amazing to be a part of.
Course. And, at Whittier during your time here over your 4 years, you were heavily involved. You joined the society, you were playing tennis, you were doing your academics, and you were involved across campus in a number of organizations. How were you able to balance everything?
Time management. I like having a schedule of what I'm doing and when I'm doing it. It's just making sure that my time was always spent doing something I love doing.
Of course. And how has that been being a part of the society?
It was
And
great.
yeah, and are
Yeah.
you still actively involved with it?
Not so much. I'm still involved with some of the girls and talk to some of them. But yeah,
Okay.
society was it was a good addition to the to culture, campus culture.
Yeah. Yeah, and that college experience, being that well-rounded athlete, the extracurriculars that you have. So,
Exactly.
the last question I have for you, Lily, any words of advice for athletes who are attending Whittier College right now, or future recruits who are looking to become poets and kind of are on the fence of should I go, should I not? Are there any words of advice that you might be able to help them?
I guess the main word of advice would be take a chance. Um, Whittier was a chance for me, and I loved my experience. And I know it may not be the same for everyone, but I think that everyone's experience is different. And if you're willing to put 100% effort into your sport, into the school, you're going to have a great time and you're going to come out being really, really happy with the decision that you made. Whittier is a great school. It's one of the top in the nation. I'm starting to see all these records all these records basically. So I'm very proud to be a poet. I'm very proud to be part of the athletic department, be on the tennis team, and to even work for you and be around you and all the great people of Whittier College. So I'm extremely grateful for that opportunity and for my choice in picking Whittier as well.
Absolutely. And hey, you were a joy having here at the college. It's just crazy that it was back in 2014 when you graduated. It definitely makes me feel old because I remember when you were tiny training at Barnes, years and years ago.
Yeah.
But Lily, hey, I want to thank you so much for hopping on with me here today. I want to wish you the best of luck with your masters and with your job. And, hopefully we'll be able to get out here and play a little tennis here soon.
Yes, I look forward to that.
Okay, well, continue to stay safe, Lily, and during COVID, and hopefully we'll be able to see you on campus here shortly.
Yes, definitely.